All right. I think am I? Yeah, all set to go here. So, pretty good week last week in terms of offline progress. As just like a reminder, where we were last stream is boss cleanup, where we played through the bosses to try and identify the biggest problems, the biggest things that we would like want to fix, and like not just like polish things typically, like behavior, things that make the gameplay non-representative from playtesting feedback perspective. Uh, so we cleaned up the first two bosses during the stream, and then off stream, I had a pretty solid week of progress where I also cleaned up the other two bosses, the bee and spider. And oh, Cinemachine as well. Yeah, I did some camera work like 2 weeks ago maybe, of just doing it by hand, and in hindsight that was dumb because a package exists that just does it so much better. So I've integrated that package and implemented it in the game. That already has fixed some camera problems, implemented some new camera stuff like a recoil when you dash bonk stuff. Um, and just looking forward, uh, if I were doing it by hand, like if I were moving around my camera by hand with my like movement system components, it would be such an incredible pain to do these boss intros if I wanted to make them any degree of nice and polished. But now, with Cinemachine, I think I could. Well, I don't want to overestimate, but it is why it's going to be wildly easier to uh, implement a boss intro and outro, I guess, and a nicer transition at the end of the level. Lots of stuff is just going to be a hell of a lot easier to make look nice. Now that Cinemachine is integrated. I also implemented the rest area. The idea there being you can pay some money to choose the next boss instead of it being random. That was the last like completely unimplemented gameplay system. Um, there was just stuff in the core item and shop tech that I had left for later. Uh, because I was just burning out on doing item stuff, so I finally got that stuff done. Although item boss interactions still might not be correct. So that's one left to do, but I don't know if I really care that much about that. In terms of being blocking for a feedback version. Both the meadow and the woods, I just did some passes, adjusting the gameplay now that the enemy, like the behaviors are more final. Uh, Adjusted the volume of some sounds that were too relatively loud, and also took some steps to reduce the build size. Since I'm gonna be sending it to people for feedback soon. Um, as far as I can tell, I have everything I functionally need to send it out to like some friends and family to get a playthrough and some first round of feedback. Then we act on that in the next 2 weeks or so, and do a public feedback version after, with some additional polish and potentially with some of their suggested tweaks. So what are we gonna do today? Is add like control. You can already move by controller, but I don't have stuff like the item and the dash hooked up to it. So I'm gonna hook that up. Just because I would rather playtest with a controller. And then I'm gonna do a decent amount of just playing through the entire game in full like representative playthroughs to try and identify the highest priority things that need to be fixed. Find bugs as well. Um, Probably do that for a decent, I don't know, a few playthroughs until I just feel like switching over to fixing some of the bugs we find in those playthroughs. And if everything just seems fine and nothing's really popping up that needs to be changed or fixed, there's some stuff like setting the volume or like setting graphics options. Also, just making some options available in certain menus. That could be something I can move on to. But I think that's unlikely, that last bullet there. I think we'll probably find some stuff to fix in our playtesting. And the overall plan would be that we find some stuff tonight in a bunch of playthroughs. We fix some of it tonight, fix some more of it tomorrow, and then produce builds tomorrow that I would then send out for feedback. So yeah, that's a pretty long rambly thing. Can get on to the first thing here of seeing where we're at controller support wise, because I'm pretty sure we can move here. I'm connecting my controller. Yeah, looks like move, but no jump. I'm not expecting to be able to parse these debug menus, but I should be able to open the options, jump, dash, and use my active item. And I can't do any of that. I can only move. So let's figure out why. Let's do it one at a time. Starting, well, I guess, let's write them down. Move, jump. Well, do I need to? I don't think so. Just start with jump. We already have INL movement, and here's INL jump. All we have to do, I think, if we just click this game, is it mutually exclusive? Let's take a look at this script. Yeah, it looks like it's not mutually exclusive, so this might just be as simple as hitting that checkbox that we want to also allow gamepad. Yep, and it maps to A, which is to be expected. Cool. Oh, I noticed in one of the streams I was like chopping up into chapters. Way too often I forget to move my mouse to the active monitor when I switch over to test stuff. So yeah, this jump seems fine, and I already prefer moving around this way. I don't know, just the difference of being able to sort of lean back in the chair rather than like up on the keyboard. Anyway, alright, so jump. Good start. Now what about dash? Player dash here. And here's the binding. I think all we need to do here is say utility, setup button inputs, gamepad. Let's take a look at our gamepad jump thing again to see what we were doing there. How did it know to be A? Oh, I think it's encoded into this keyboard jump. Yeah. So that's just like a typical input component. But I can maybe, yes, I can see the bindings here. So for dash, I guess we want X and right trigger. I wonder if I can just look this up. Looks like I've been here before. Okay, right trigger. I mean, like, I was hoping for a comprehensive list. Oh, there is one, I guess, kind of. But this is what I was looking for, right trigger. Do X and right trigger. was that again? Just camel case right trigger. And then button what is it? North, south, east, west. Button west. Okay. I think this is just all I have to do. Let's see. Is this cleaned up at all? This won't work. Because it's a reference. We need 3 of these. Or they'll overwrite each other. Oops, and these are backwards. You know, make the order match. Okay. And then I guess just disable. That ain't gonna work. Just want to make sure nothing, it's not like anything else that cares about this. Nope. Alright, let's try it. Looks good. Okay. Pretty easy. Next up, I want to take the same idea to our active item. We'll use button east. And left trigger. I'm wondering, I think I don't bother setting up the pause menu yet with plans so close on the horizon to adjust that. You know, it's pretty limited right now. That only has a mute and quit. We'd probably want a full options, and then we also want restart when we're in the real game. And maybe quit to menu versus like quit to the other one, desktop. Okay, this did not work because we didn't enable it. Try again. Oh yeah, there's an example of something I changed. That triple shot from our mushroom guy, and we just adjusted our burrow shot. The burrower isn't surfacing in the right place there, but he is in the actual, like, real game. Also, I don't know how I got this satellite thing. Did I click it? I don't remember that. Was that a bug? Wait, something crashed. Oh, I see what's crashed. That's not important. That's just telling me, that's so loud. Item sounds gotta be fixed. But I did press B to summon that guy, so. I was not paying attention to what happened for me to get that drone, though. That guy's shoot. Mushroom shoot, not obeying time stop. First thing. And you know what? Even if I have to click after I pause, I think I want to hook up start button is pause. Alright, first. Blue mushroom shoot doesn't respect time stop. Alright. Oops. Went to a different desktop. I see a null reference exception here. I'm not sure what this is from. Let's see if we can see where some of those exceptions might be coming from. None of them are hitting again. Maybe it's from killing those enemies. No crashes there. What if I get hit? Oh, I don't know. Oh, maybe it was from pausing? Guess not. I don't know. I can't get that to repro. Oh well. If, hopefully if it's a real problem, it'll hit again. But the real point is, I hit left trigger to use my active item, and now B. So we're all set on that front. Okay. What was the last one? Oh, start. So let's look up keyboard. Escape, probably. Oh, dang, is it, this? This is what we want. Copy this, say gamepad, copy it again, go back down here. Just not where it was. There it is. Copy that, copy this. Oops. That, this other action. But what is it start? Start, button, binding, Unity, gamepad. What is the name? Maybe it was here, and I just... Like, what if I search button south as well? Well, I think that's just gonna bring that page up. Unity gamepad binding list. Maybe I should just try button start. Oops, hit the mic there, sorry. I'm just reading anyway. What if I just search gamepad start button? Does that come up? It is. Oh, here it is. This is what I was looking for. And it was start button after all. Maybe I just should have tried start button and it would have worked. Anyway. We need to enable this and disable it. Oh, cool, it's a helper, so we're good on that front. For disable. Oops, almost dropped the gamepad. That ain't it. I feel like this pause action needs to be disabled somewhere. Doesn't seem like that's the case. I guess it's doing this instead. Anyway, let's see if we can open the pause menu. Or toggle it, I mean. Doot. That did not work. Did we enable it? I thought we did. I do not see the problem. Maybe I can find it. Is any other button? Ooh, what's that? Somehow I've activated kind of Unity debug overlay just by spamming buttons on my controller. But yeah, I think we can conclude our pause is not getting hooked up to the start button. I wonder why. It is gamepad, isn't it? Gamepad. Gamepad. If I search this, it comes up, right? That's Unreal, not same thing. None of this is what I want. Just like not saved or something. don't think so. That's so weird. The only thing I can think is it's called something else. Does select work? Select also does not work. I guess since we know the buttons work, I can test whether it's this script or not. Oh, hey, what's up, man? This is my sandbox level for just like mass testing things quickly. Where I'm trying to throw in Gamepad support, get it like full parity so I can do all the controls in Gamepad. And then I'm just going to playtest a bunch to search for any bugs before I send out Oh, button north does work. So it must be the binding. So yeah, you can just give yourself any item in here, right? You can spawn in all the enemies we got so far. You could call it a luxury feature, but you could also say, I started 30 minutes ago and I'm done. And I just personally, if I'm gonna play a bunch, I would rather just like sit back in my chair and play on the gamepad, you know? It just feels better. But you know what's weird? Something weird is happening with the gamepad interaction with the debug menus. You can see like I'm just gaining items. I don't know what the deal with that is. But that's the kind of thing where that's, okay, like, the gamepad is causing weird stuff in this debug-only test level, then, like, that's something I cannot care about. Do you get a third jump from touching an edge? You get your jumps back if you are grounded. So, yeah, I guess. Oh, you know what I bet it is? I just have the UI navigation turned on, so Unity is, and look, you can see like my active item changing. But yeah, something under the hood, I believe, Unity is just like moving me along my invisible buttons. I'm gonna make a note of that, but like, low prio bug fix, sandbox doesn't like gamepad, probably because using built-in Unity navigation or UI navigation invisibly. But anyway, I was saying about double jumps. Yeah, so it just resets when you get landed. I recently made it more generous to avoid situations where you would like single jump and then jump again, and it feels like you should have your double jump. Have I considered switching from OneNote to Obsidian? No, I'm in too deep. Maybe next time. But like, you know, next time I really am gonna go, especially with how this has turned out. I'm really going like as tiny a scope as I can possibly imagine. My next project should be able to be effectively planned in Notepad. That's how simple the scope's got to be. What's the deal with the patches? Oh, I added Tetris clouds to they don't work in here because they're parallax vertically. But yeah, as something to have, you got birds and Tetris clouds back there. If you got a better idea, let me know. I've been looking for a good idea on that for so long, and it's hard to come up with one. I don't know. The woods I think look fine, look even like pretty good. With the vertical trees, they just stack very well. They parallax very well. But I feel like I am kind of reaching for straws on the meadow. Space will be easy, and the peaks of like the snowy peaks will be easy as well. But the meadow is just got me stumped for something good to put there. Oh, why does this not work? Oh, because I need to copy over the prefab changes. But yeah, so, I mean, I can jump over my keyboard. Is there, would you say, like, taking up too much of the screen? Or too little? Or it's too variable? I was not paying attention to that boy over there. So, like, they should have some, like, separation in their spawning, you think? But I almost say, like, forget fixing the clouds. Do you have any better ideas? I've never liked the clouds. The clouds I just threw in as, like, a proof of concept of parallaxing, basically. The trees I love. Love the trees. And the birds I added are okay, I think. But I can't make them too big or too prominent because they could get confusing with, like, actual real enemies. Oh, maybe. But I feel like that'd be a late game thing, I think. But yeah, maybe just like other vines in the background, other vine climbers. Perhaps. Oh, I have no money. I can heal, but I can't get any of this stuff. Should have got money. Anyway, we found... What was I even... Oh, I was showing the clouds, like, actually parallaxing. But, yeah, so I think they look better in that context, but still not good. I will add maybe other growing background vines for meadow. I guess I don't... Wait, you mean, like, grows into the... I guess I'm not sure exactly. I think I have the like rough idea of what you're describing, but in terms of specificity, I don't know. Like I think the idea of what you're describing, right, is that you have like an implied parallax cube, right, where the game takes place on this face, and so you're going up, and like you have that and that relative to this face, but then you would also have something growing in depth, and it could be growing up depth, like on the same sort of but yeah, so I get the comp, but like what is that, does that look like other just parallax leaf platforms in the distance, or more vine in the distance, or like what is the actual like practical um implementation look like? I'm gonna copy that. Can have parallax grow out of a similar position here. Oh, that's too big. What do you mean? Yeah, but like, does that just mean go find some pixel art flowers and just spit them out as like particles that have like dynamic properties based on whatever's going on? No, followers, flowers. And I'll also write, as a mitigation for clouds, reduce clustering. Right, yeah. I should actually update this to be like clearer. Yeah, I see the idea. Um, Probably challenging. I don't know. Maybe not. It might just be spending a lot of time messing with the particle system. Anyway, let's go back to our sandbox to save our levels that enabled us to jump with the gamepad. Yeah, it's just that's always the thing. It's easy to like imagine it, but then you have to like actually throw some sprites and some vectors in to make it happen. Uh, and you'll get there, you can get there eventually. I feel like the vine is pretty good as well, but like that's another thing where it's like you just imagine your mind have a growing vine and like, oh, I'm solving splines and here's the setting UVs for the vine as it grows and here's calculate the distance. Um, yeah, the always like getting it to even match a little bit what you were imagining is the challenge. Anyway, what are we changing here? We are. Why is this changed? I don't see why. I'm gonna leave it. Leave that. Leave that. But this, make the jump also use the gamepad. Then we would head back over to the main level. Yeah, I guess I'll talk about it as I go into the main level and make sure my jumping works with a gamepad. I guess, ooh, it does not. It crashes the game. What's up? This is something else. I'm gonna see if this is consistent. I don't think it will be. Yeah. Okay. So there is some weird spawning edge case. Where did it crash? Here. Um. Weird spawning edge case at global spawn manager 72 where tried to assign a chicken an anchor point, but AV unable to find one, did not repro some, it's probably check upper lower bounds and make sure assumptions are sound. Oh yeah, so sorry, I got distracted by that bug. But anyway, back to what you're talking about. So I feel like I already got the leaves, I already got the vine, and then I guess the idea is I would need to sort of, I guess if you say it was going like out left and right in depth from the vine, because you wouldn't want to go straight back and see, right? Because it would probably just get covered up because it's a ortho camera or whatever. And then that horizontal movement, so like you would have it go back on both sides, but you would need to basically vary the parallax properties of like a bunch of stuff that you're sending so that it looks like it's being shot at different depths into the background. Alright, we got money this time because we actually took our time. Ooh, this kinda works, but it also kinda doesn't. I feel like there needs to be if you're using a gamepad, there needs to be a delay. Shop too sensitive to gamepad controls. Should also allow D-pad. Yeah, exactly. Because that's there's something like that built into a keyboard. What are we gonna get here? Piggy bank. Does this work? Oh, we don't have enough money. That doesn't work. Let me just... Oops, I accidentally paused. Just getting blasted for the dream of money. Oh no, I fell. Yeah, see, it's like, it's so sensitive that just like the slightest amount of right movement there, from me entering the shop was enough to trigger it. Yeah, let's get... Oh yeah, A doesn't work in the shop. That should work. That's a part of the base level of controllerized support, I think. I think I'm gonna look at the small delay for gamepad-based movement. And then also A, it's only checking for space, not button south. So like you can't actually buy anything with the controller right now. You have to hit space. Alright. Let's see if I... Oh, I can't go really slow. The vine is right on my tail. But if I go a completionist-ish path with this interest-generating item, can I get a silly amount of money? I feel like I should be able to, but at the same time, maybe not, because in the future there would be more levels to get through. It's just the same item from Slay the Spire, basically. Only it's real time instead of floors. I wonder how long do I have to hold it at 15% interest for it to be worth the 75 bits price. Yeah, it breaks whenever you buy something, similar to Slay the Spire. It is, yeah. But it's also kind of not, because it's per minute. It's not per level. If I just like stand around and wait as long as I can in this level, I will get extra interest. But that, I guess that just means it's a matter of time rather than levels. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. The thorns will eventually get you. Oh, I got that guy right in his shot cycle, so I can get him a kill in there. Ooh, that was a terrible dodge. I thought, oh my god, and I duplicated it. Oh my god, I went down to 3. I'm not even gonna make it to the first boss here. I should have bought an item that would actually help me. Yeah, I think I will increase that. I think you're right. Even though it's meant to be like a... You missed, but here's a consolation prize, it should be just tuned to speed up the... Just feels bad. No, I don't... What do I care about? Do I care about like, oh, I punish you for your missed jump, or do I care about it like just feeling good? You know, I would just prefer it feels good. I have all this money now, so if I can get through this guy... If I can get through this guy to the next level... then I'll get a really good item. Probably. And this guy, now that his eyes are telegraphing what's gonna happen, he is like way, way easier. You should be able to perfect him, unless you're being hubristic. Yeah, an impact particle, I agree. That's definitely on the list. But I am still, I guess a flaw of the interest system is there are bosses like this where the assumption is, oh, I don't really care if you wait because you have to beat him eventually. But technically, there's nothing stopping me from, like, standing in the start area and then putting down the controller and coming back in 20 minutes with, like, $2,000. Oh, I got in the bad spot. Yeah, I agree. Since it's not glowing and it doesn't dash break you, I think I gave it a lesser priority, but yeah, it's just too dark. I don't even think it's out of line to make it like white, like the main one. Oh, I missed my shot. Dang it. I'm yapping when I should be dashing. I'm not gonna make it through my boy here, probably. Woo. I think one more. I don't even want to try that one. Yeah, I am using the... Ah, dang it, I couldn't sneak in there. That might be too restrictive. I can agree with that. Additional telegraph on time to spike for Burrower. He is flashing colors at you. Right before he's throwing spikes, but I still think it could have a, what's it called? Additional telegraph. Telegraphs are everything. They're what makes things feel fair. Have them reduce in velocity amount as the... Oh, yeah. That could be a... Because, like, the point is just, like, I want to force you to approach from the front where he's shooting a spike gauntlet, right? That's the point of the back spew. So, like, but, like, as long as there's a couple in there that is maintained, you know? It basically... As long as there's, like, 5, then it's serving its purpose as the wall. So it could be used... Could use back spew particle count to telegraph time until recharge, like dead cycle. Anyway, alright. What? Oh, we found one bug and that was the shop. But let's see if we can go through one more time before we go fix the controller shop bugs. Ideally, we want to beat the woods boss. I'm pretty sure the piggy bank paid for itself, but I didn't, with not actually having anything useful there in the boss. I was also distracted, but part of the problem was having nothing useful to help me get through that, or even get through the second part of the meadow with just fewer hits. I should also be time stopping more. I should be time stopping all the time. See, am I gonna wait for that guy to clear a path? No, I'll just time stop him out of my way. Get all the big guys worth 5. Time stop burrowers, get an easy kill. Ooh, almost got hit there, thank goodness. Alright, what you got, Chop? Nothing that exciting. I'm gonna go get one more coin to get the cost reduction. Again, this is like investing in the future that I won't actually get to probably. But it's okay. I don't think I've ever actually double-checked, tested that the shop upgrade system works between levels. It should, but let's test that now. Uh-oh. Almost got hit there. Keep it cool. Alright. I want to find at least 50 here. Or 25, whatever it is, to choose the boss so we can guaranteed go to the Rat King just for some diversity of testing. Yeah, there are a lot of... I want basically every single thing in the game to have a feedback noise. Like, even just, like, cracking this... Yeah, exactly. Even cracking this bitball should have, like, a crack noise, and then I want it to have a different shatter noise. Yeah, sound, I only really have the basics in. It'll be, it's a future step to just, like, dig through one of my really dense sound packs, find a chicken, find a rat, find like a beast roar, stuff like that. Alright, we can heal ourselves, which is nice. Can't heal past 10, we're at max. But we don't have money for anything good. And we get hit the second we pop out of the shop there. I'm just focusing on getting the big ones, because they are worth 5. Oh my god. Dang. Revenge kill that burrower. Ooh, I almost thought those orangey bullets, were yellow. Oh, I accidentally bonked off the wall there, but I still... Oh, he fucking burrowed away. Just, time stop away the burrow threat there. Gonna go over this one to get our bit ball really fast. Time stop, cooldown probably too low. Oh, and here's the rest, and give me the rat boss. With a longer cooldown per charge. Oh, like every time you use it, it... Oh, I haven't seen this since I switched the rat tails to yellow. There probably needs to be a bit more lighting in this level. Since I switched the lesser rat material to being affected by light, they're now not prominent enough. Too hard to see. And also, it looks like that time stop resume did not work on our blue rats there. 1 or 2 of them. Alright, let's... oh, don't swash me, bro. Jumping rats in Rat King don't resume time stop correctly. Rat King adds, basic adds, affected by light to dark in arena, either switch them to unlit material or add more lighting to Rat King arena. Yeah, that's definitely that's the kind of stuff where it's just oh, I got squashed when I hop back in. But that's the kind of stuff where we're really just talking you know, a counter. It's some things are in a world where everything takes more than I expect. I don't want to be too cocky, but some things really are a 15-minute thing. And switching from a charge system to like a single charge system to a multi-charge system probably is in that realm of okay, these rats also have a weird incorrect pause interaction. And it's making... oh, they eventually unpause. Strange. Yeah, something weird is going on there. Got him. Oh, he still has his last attack going through. fine though. We did it. Alright, we made it to the woods. This one. See, I was talking about him for a while, but yeah, don't the trees in the woods just look so much better than the clouds in the meadow? This spider is gonna get me if I'm not careful. Hey, you're not supposed to be allowed to shoot, buddy. But we already noted that bug down. I think I should probably give the chickens glowing eyes too. I feel like the glowing eyes in here pay off a lot. Alright, they're gonna be annoying. I'm just gonna stop time. Oh, there are bees there. Something weird about the bees ending up like below. Oh, rat guy saved me. Oh, I missed the shop. Is there time? Oh, fuck. Alright, we made it. It's good. It's fine. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like, I do feel awkward about that, because, like, I want to ramp to this. This is harder. There's more going on. But at the same time, it feels so much better than the first one. So I just feel like I'm starting off on such a bad foot. When, like, if somebody were to play through and never even get here, that would be such a shame. Because I feel like it would be, it's underselling the potential. So yeah, it's hard to not, I don't want to overload the first level with stuff, because it should be like a gradual ramp up. But at the same time, if it's underloaded with stuff, it feels like starting on such a bad foot. Yeah, for sure. And I'm hoping that as I get further into the remaining content, that it would be like better and better over time. I can get something. I think space is gonna be like pretty easy to slam dunk visually. That's like one of the like there's just so much obvious low-hanging fruits type stuff you can do with space as your background. I am not feeling confident though, and also I've used up all the shops anyway, so I'm just gonna get out of here as fast as I can. Oh, I forgot to pick the boss. Alright, well I guess we still should it be increased? There is an item for it. Are you saying like you think the base level should be increased all the time? Oh, I dashed the wrong way. Could've got a triple hit there. Like, I don't know what you mean by pickup radius, yes or no. Oh, I shouldn't have got hit there. What the heck? Oh. Yeah, maybe. Like it should be... Because you could always amp it up with, with a what's it called? With an item, right? You could have some base level of magnetism for collectibles, and then just make it an extreme level of magnetism for yeah, I think it just pulls it like gravity. I don't know, let's look it up. Modifier, or I'll just search magnet, because I'm 90%, yeah. Oops, go back. How does this work? And magnet.enabled is true. That was the item, but this is the actual helper component. And yeah, all it's doing is it's giving, okay, so it gives you a big collider, and then it's like keeping track of everything that's in its big collider, and it's applying a gravity towards the player's money pickup for that list of objects that yes, I can definitely try it out. Give a baseline amount of money magnet. Have upgrade just significantly increase. Alright. I think maybe, what time we got? 7:30. We go through one more time. Try and get to the second boss again. Try and win this time, ideally. And then we'll fix some of the bugs we found. Anyway, I'll be right, I just gotta pee. I'm chugging water all the time. Yeah, so BRB 2 minutes. Should be really quick. I don't have to, like, get new water. I just have to pee. Alright. So, found some bugs, found some potential design tweaks we can do. We'll just do one more playthrough and see if we can find any different stuff. I would have to note, I guess, it seems like costs are still too high, especially for a feedback version. They should be artificially low to just let people get more items, try out more stuff, find more bugs for me, hopefully, or like find more design notes. I'm only getting like 1 or 2 items. I guess both times I put money into an investment thing that maybe like just mathematically requires a lot more levels to pay off, but still, even if I didn't buy that investment thing, I'd be buying maybe like 1 more thing of healing, maybe one more item. But yeah, so costs are still too high. I feel like I'm being decently completionist in that I'm getting at least all the big bits. I think something that might be interesting that I might want to add is just like little bonuses at the end. Like say, if you do it in under 60 seconds, you get like 100 coins. If you did it without getting hit, you get 100 coins. If you dash through 20 chickens, that's worth 50 coins or something like. There's just a series of like random little mini quests you can tackle to get bonuses at the end. Might be interesting. So I'm gonna put maybe mitigated by bonus stuff and level bonuses. And also, oh, like stuff is like things you can do. Could dangle quests, mini quests in front of player at level start. Yeah, maybe even I don't know the extent. I don't know if I'm gonna do a full-on world map, but I'm at least gonna do like a super ghouls and ghosts. You know what I mean? Let me bring that up. Where you just have like, yeah, whatever. This is the prototype. Who cares? Like you just have this basic level of like, oh, this is the grass area, and then here's the naval area. Then you go down to the caves, into the lava, and it like pops you back out to this between levels and shows your guy progressing. I think I want something like this as like the level transition thing, where it would show you in the meadow and then like climbing up and then like trees for the woods, snowy peaks, and you're just like following up until you eventually get into space. And you know, you could have something like Our Darker Purpose, where you could have just slight differences, maybe. Maybe you could. I don't know. This might be too much. I think this might be over-engineering it, but they have like, oh, this place has elites but more money. You know what I mean? You have a slight difference in path where it's basically the same level, but like just some coefficients are getting tweaked or it's spawning in some special enemy. Where that could potentially be merged. Well, I think it's like you're climbing up this tower in Our Darker Purpose as well, but it's just the same idea of like a super ghouls and ghosts world map progression type thing. I don't know. I don't know if that would make playthroughs more interesting. Like, is it worth it? Anyway, that's bonuses are something I can maybe throw in pretty quick. Maybe even throw in for the feedback version by tomorrow. The world map thing probably has to be a future concern. But I should write the note that could integrate some degree of choice, harder, riskier quests, more reward. Alright, we're gonna go through one more time. We're gonna try and remember to select the B. We're gonna play carefully and try and get as much money as we can. Which means we should probably farm these chickens in the meadow while we're here. Oh, not if it means getting hit. I don't want to waste up too much time because there is an acceleration component to the thorn wall. So it's not just a linear speed, it will gain distance on me. Oops, hit the edge there. Ledge grab saved me. Stop time there to get the easy big coin pickup. Oh, like when... Yeah, I agree that it would definitely feel a lot more satisfying if you got like 75% of them, and then you only had to chase down a few. With, Yeah. With so many of them just falling down the pit into the thorns, it's, I almost feel like I shouldn't have stopped to open up this thing. Dang it. That was the worst possible cycle. Ah! Alright. This is the best use item in the game, and we have enough money for it. So I think we're gonna make it. We can heal all the time, and like cooldown isn't even that well tuned. We're probably gonna make it. Let's get candy just to make sure that we make it. Alright, so we just need to outrun this thorn wall directly below us, and this should be a very promising run. Technically, that cooldown should be stopped in the shop. There is a known bug where the cooldown does not stop, or the cooldown stops, but then if you buy a new use item, the cooldown starts ticking again. Oh, I almost took needless damage there. Am I getting... Yeah, I have to also figure out the music loading. Sometimes I get pretty significant delays, and sometimes I get weird overlaps of the layered music. But it's good enough for now. It's definitely good enough for a feedback version. Do I have time? I mean, no, I'm not gonna afford anything for 14. Oh, but can I get to 25? Yes. Oh, dang it. Ah! God, I had to shoot him before he shots. Then we sneak back down here. And we beat the rat, so let's go up against the burrower. Some light spilling out of the... Yeah, I agree. Both of them, right? Not just the shop, but also the rest area. Ow. Alright, we're still at 8, though. Yeah, I think they could also afford to maybe, like, protrude a bit more into the scene. Oh, I should have gotten this big bit over here. Them having to be all the way on the edge was kind of an artifact of when I had a dumber camera system. I know it's possible to get this guy. Alright, blue eyes, get him. Oh, I should have known he was going to be there. I don't know if this... Yellow, you can dash. That's the little spikes. But better to wait for blue when he's just not shooting anything at all. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. Oh! Too tall. I think that's part of a dash bonk problem where it doesn't always happen. Oh, please no. That's too tight. He spawned too many things. If I didn't have this healing item, I'd be so doomed. Healing item probably needs to cost... Oh my, I even got hit by the revenge attack. Alright. We got a decent amount of money going into this. Got the healing item. We just take it slow, pick up money, heal on cooldown. Let's clear out these spiders so we can go get that bit ball. Alright. Got another one. Let's do the same. I miss the shop? Nope, there it is. Ah, 140. Oh my god. These prices are all out of whack. I guess I get an apple to heal 1 and maybe get something next time. I'm not going over there, it's too dangerous. Oh, yeah, that'd be an interesting idea. You could maybe... That's also maybe a good way to distinguish between healing item 1 and healing item 2. Maybe for healing item 1, it's like pretty significant, where you use it even once and you're like, okay, you need to book it. It doesn't really work on bosses, but that's maybe fine. I think I maybe need to look at potentially reducing the situations like under Burrower boss, where there's just safe spots you can stand indefinitely. I definitely don't want the like promoted gameplay pattern there to be god dang you. Just sitting at the bottom until you can heal to full after like 2 minutes of waiting. This is another way to heal. I don't think I've actually ever tested that heals properly. And that'll... I think it's supposed to cut the cost in half. So it should be 12. I really don't want to... Yeah! I knew I shouldn't. I should have waited for the cycle on the mushroom shot. The bees were lined up to get dashed and I couldn't help myself. Oh no. Oh man. Alright, there's the shot on the mushrooms. Kill those bugs. Sneak over here. Alright, there's the rest area. We got enough money. It's still 25. That's wrong. I think it actually is supposed to be 50, so it's not applying. Rest area cheaper item always true. Cut in half even without item. Which one have we not fought? B. We did heal us though, so that works. Oh man, the placing of that mushroom is so BM. Alright, but we made it. Alright. This, so yeah, this is when I rework. Ooh, wow, this music is so much louder. It's so much louder than the other music. Why? Same basic. I feel like I have to yell over this music. Hold on. B-boss music so much louder than everything else. Alright. So yeah, this is the same basic idea. It has the same attacks. The major... there were too many orbiters before though. You would... Like, the fight could be very... multiple minutes. Because the only realistic thing to do was to wait until there was like 1 or 2 orbiters left. They were just moving too fast. They were too small. So bigger and fewer of them we switched to. And moving slower to make it more reasonable to sneak a hit in. Definitely reduced the difficulty a lot, but it was out of whack before. And ultimately, I want to add 3 more levels of guys. That guy got me so close at the end. I want to add 3 more levels of guys, so like, I need a place to go with the difficulty. Oh man, that mouse pad. Oh no. Ah! Just barely. But yeah, see, it could be a problem on this one too. Like what you could do is just wait it out until she shoots away all her orbiters. I guess the environment, the other, like the formation attacks will continue sending. But in general, I need to think of some answer to this healing, incentivizing weird, bad, anti-fun patterns. I think we got her. I could maybe even tune the, at least compared to the spider, this is probably easier. Maybe I'm just used to it from testing it recently. Alright, we did it. We beat the content that we got. What even happens now? Does it loop back around? I have no idea. Weirdness. It goes into like a shadow realm, I guess. Doesn't even look that bad though. Gotta say, I mean, it's just impossible to navigate. Not impossible. Yeah, that I think that does work on the main level for sure. But the problem with that is it doesn't help on the boss levels. And I think the boss levels are where that can be a bigger problem potentially. Oh, there's our weird background. Yeah, but I don't know. Then I feel like just turn it off. I don't want to make it completely useless. Maybe I could make it so you can only use it once. But at the same time, I don't want stuff like, it feels arbitrary kinda. I don't necessarily want to limit like time stop or like the laser or the bomb. Oh yeah, I guess that could be true. It's just like, hey, it's max one. It is the most powerful use item by far. So maybe, yeah, that's just that's the drawback of this specific item. Yeah, and then like maybe the healing level 3, which right now it's healing level 2 is an even shorter cooldown than this. And healing level 3 is a decently short cooldown, but it heals you 2 health. So what we could do instead is once per level increase the speed of the vine, once per level doesn't increase the speed of the vine, and then the level 3, like the ultimate form of the healing, is just a cooldown. You get rid of the once per level at that point, and hey, why aren't my bees killing that burrower? Look at that. Those bees should be getting them. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't aim them. Bees probably should be bigger. Since the bee boss is the end of the content, I never had much playtesting time actually testing with these boss items. Oops, dead. Okay, but we made it through all the content there. So we got our 2 levels. What did we had a... I'll add, B player attack needs to be bigger and maybe doesn't work against burrowers, or maybe just too small, didn't perfectly aim it. And wasn't there one other thing? I'm trying to remember. I think B boss can have slight difficulty tempo increase. Oh, right. And the healing item should have drawbacks. Once per level, and level 1 increases vine speed. Level 2 no longer increases vine speed. Level 3 loses once per level restriction. Because then, you know, you can... It's less of a problem, I think, if it's a limited area of impact, you know what I mean? Like if it's not reasonable to... Well, it only goes up to 3. Go higher or no limit? Oh, you're saying it should still. So you're saying the limit is more the or the vine speed is like a more relevant drawback than the limit. I think it's the other way probably. Or maybe it can just increase the limit. You can say level 2 still increases vine speed, but can do 2 per level. Maybe. I think that's the way. Because you probably still, it's probably incredibly risky, or at least it could be tuned such that if you actually use this twice, like the amount of time you need to stay in the level plus the reduced amount of time you have in the level from the thorn being faster, it's actually getting both those uses is a risky proposition. Well, I would give it at least like a it would at least have like a global cooldown if it's gonna have 2 uses, right? But yeah, I'd agree that it no longer needs like a significant cooldown if it's going to have a max number of uses. Anyway, what time we got? We got 8. Yeah, I think so. We played through for like about an hour or two. Let's some of these things we can fix really quick, I think. Some of these I'm gonna have to spend some more time off stream fixing, but we have some of these stuff like blue mushroom shot not respecting time stop. I bet I can fix that in like 5 minutes. So let's transition to the bug fixing part of this. Okay, so let's head over to the sandbox, where is the easiest place to reproduce issues. Sandbox. And let's spawn in some blue mushrooms. Oh, I guess just the way I coded the debug controls, it's not clear. Alright, there's our guys, and we stop time, but they continue to shoot. So good, it's not unique to the game. We can repro it in the sandbox. So let's take a look at those objects. I think they're just called mush or something. Okay, here's a guy. Shooter craft. Where's the Q spawn shoot target? This is what we're looking for. And how is it deciding when to shoot? If it has a timer, it's using its timer, but it doesn't need to have a timer. Let's see if it's using a timer or not. Timer index 0. Okay, so it would be -1 if I intended it to use no timer. So 0 means there should be a timer here. But I don't know if there is. Oh, here it is. Q time float. Okay. We do have this timer pause listener, but it's not listening to enemy pause. Okay, so that means it's. I bet it'll work if I hit escape, but it won't work with the stopwatch. So we can just before we make the change, we can confirm that understanding of the bug. Oh, those are the wrong kind of guys. Okay, here goes. They shoot, pause the game, and if we just leave the game paused, they should not shoot again. Yep, and it seems like that's the case. So all we need to do is hit this checkbox here, say listen to enemy pause. The way the pause system works, I have the pause and the time stop like wrapped up together because there's also pausing of like going in a shop, which pauses like the thorns and all the enemies. So yeah, there's like a stack of pauses, and enemy pause is like the most granular that you can activate with like time stop items and stuff. Alright, let's spawn in our mushrooms. They shoot. Let's wait a second, and now time stop. That could have been right at the moment. I think it is. Yeah, it seems like they stopped. I don't know. Let's go back to our item menu so we can just like rapidly test this. Time stop. Yeah, if they have one shot that's coming, it it makes it through, but it seems like for the most part they are now respecting time stop. What else? I guess I should check if they work with the upgraded time stop, where it kills all the projectiles. Yeah, but again, there is that just like little 1 second of some getting out. I don't know. That's good enough for now, but I will make a note for the future of there's a brief second after time stop where one bullet is still queued. Queued? Queued and goes out a bit too late. That's the core of the issue, though. I'm gonna move on to the next one. All right, jumping. Oh yeah, the Rat King time stop stuff. So I guess the first step is let's see if it repros in the sandbox. To determine if it's all the rats or if it's just because there are slightly different rats for the boss. So let's pause. Everything seems fine. Seems like they're respecting it just fine. So it's probably a Rat King only thing. Let's head over to the Rat King. Oh, it's Rat Boss. This is the first boss level I made and it doesn't have a good naming convention. The prefab is like Rat Boss, but then the level is Rat King. This is not the right item. Stop. So, yeah, it's on 4. It needs to be on something else. 4 used to be the stopwatch, but then when I added like ranks of items, it's not anymore. Yeah, because now it's like bomb, 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 laser, laser, laser. So the first time stop is number 9. Okay, we're gonna chill. What we're gonna do, I think, is time stop. That time it worked, I feel. Oh no, this guy it didn't. Let's now we can pause and just like inspect these guys' objects. Why are you time stopping wrong? Oh, that's the graphics. Hop up a level to the hopping up. Okay, this is one potential problem here. It looks like the timer pause listener isn't listening to. I mean, that just has to do with its timed life, so I don't think that would actually lead to the specific thing we're seeing. Is it a result of... Okay, so it's the movement controller is not being re-enabled. That's the root cause. I mean, we should also set this timer pause listener thing, but that's not going to fix the actual, like, behavior change we're seeing. Rat boss rat. Okay, first, timer pause listener, listen to enemy pause. Next, we want to look at our movement pause listener. Okay. What is probably happening here, I think, is that there's some brief delay where its movement, like while it's being shot maybe into the air or while it's jumping, its movement is being disabled, and then we're pausing it at that moment. And so it's like, it's checking the state of all its movement controller and saying, well, I'm not going to restore my movement controller because it wasn't enabled to begin with. Which means we need to find the thing that is disabling the movement and make that respect pause. Which I think is just maybe the rat boss. QMBC. Aha. Well, that seems fine. That's not disabling it. Oh, I have some like debug stuff in here. I should get out of here. Yeah, so I don't know if I had like a helper component. I do kind of remember adding this. Oh, I remember now. I remember. The thing is, there's like movement requires grounded. That's what's happening. So on awake, this is so when it's being shot out, they're not like walking on nothing, which like messes up the spew like arc of it coming out of the rat boss. So they don't get to walk until they hit the ground. And I guess in some cases they would hit the ground after that lack of movement being enabled was cached. But why is that happening? Let's see if... Is it really? It seems like it was happening more widely than... That would imply such a specific timing, you know? It would be a very short window. That guy needs more Y-force. He should be able to get those guys up on top. Alright, so I'll just wait till I need some rats falling. Do a ceiling thing, hopefully. Alright, there are some guys falling. I don't know, they all respected pause just fine. How about now? Yeah, there's one of our guys. Let's see what... Is it also just a case of the movement controller not being enabled? The movement controller and the movement. Switch to debug mode, check if... No, nothing that suspicious. Yeah, so there's some incorrect interaction here with our movement pause listener. And it's related to this. Now I do need this to properly handle things that had multiple movement potentially. But I guess I'm not sure what exactly the circumstances are. Okay, this guy jumping as well. He's just gonna fall. Just want to... Is there anything... Let's review this code to see if it's at least doing everything we expect. Just, so on a pause, you save the status of whether or not movement controller I is enabled and disable it. Do I even need to do this? I mean, I feel like I can just disable the movement, but does that actually fix my problem? Maybe, I mean, it simplifies it, so it seems like goodness regardless. I think all of the issue is just I need there because of how the like polymorphism whatever works. It's something like movement allowed. Alright, are you not gonna cooperate with me here? Fine, let's go over there. Is active. That's a really bad name. Because it collides with Unity stuff, but whatever. Okay, I mean, this is fundamentally the same logic, so I don't expect this to fix anything, but it should at least get us the same results for less stuff going on, so that's net positive. If it compiles, which it doesn't. Why'd I comment that? Well, I'll delete it later when I actually commit this. Just waiting on my stopwatch. Alright, what happens? Okay, yeah, I guess, I mean, we didn't really expect that to fix anything. But I also missed who the culprits were. Alright, now I'm watching. That time we got all our guys. I think it's maybe when they're already grounded. I don't know. I can't really seem to find a consistent... I'm trying to pay the best attention I can. Oh, I see. It's not actually the one I paused. It's the new ones that came out, because the boss spawning doesn't stop. So time stop only stops everything on the screen. It doesn't stop. It does not stop the boss spawning new things. Maybe it should. Is that too powerful for something like this? I don't know. Maybe I don't even care. But the bug is that movement was enabled. I'm guessing is just zero memory default false, right? So they were never there for the first pause. They're only there for the unpause. And what does the unpause do? It sets your movement to whatever movement is enabled says. And in the case of these guys, movement is enabled was false. Let's take a look at pause listener base here, because I had thought check pause on start should have fixed this. Unless this is being hidden. Is it? No, it's awake versus start. So system paused or... Aha, this is the problem right here, this and, I believe. So it's saying system pause or listen to worlds and listen to enemy. And like this can never be true, right? Because it's never, the pause state is never going to be world and enemy at the same time. This should be an or. So this enemy pause clause here was never actually taking place. So it wasn't checking pause on start. Oh, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, man. I much appreciate just having some knee-jerk feedback and design notes and stuff. And this bug finding I'm looking for is to just hammer out a few more bugs to send a feedback version like your way and Paul's way and stuff in the next day or two. So I'll definitely hit you up. But yeah, so now this check pause on start is actually going to work, hopefully. And then they get the pause start, so they'll also get the pause end, so they shouldn't be in that frozen, weird movement state. It's a separate question to consider later, whether I want boss spawns to stop when you stop time. But for now, let's just leave it and see if our theory of the bug... Wow, that was the luckiest dodge ever. Okay, so here we got guys spawning. Yeah, I believe it's fixed. Let's just continue playing through this guy, or if we don't die. Yeah, I was gonna say let's just continue playing through this guy, pausing at every opportunity and seeing if we can get any of these rats into a bad state. If we can't, we'll assume we have fixed the bug. Now, as we get into the later phases, there are tons of rats on screen, so if it was going to hit, if it still exists, it's probably gonna hit. Ah, where did that guy come from? Ah, the ceiling rats. Oh man, getting blasted. He's only got 1 or 2 more jumps though. As soon as they clear out the upper platforms, I want to head up there. Oh, that's the worst. Well, I died, but I didn't hit the pause bug again, so I think it's fixed. I mean, we changed something that makes sense to have fixed it. I'm gonna call it fixed. Wrap all the light in the arena. So what we need to do is I feel like there's like some level index thing we have to set. This level index override, where -1 is just do your normal thing, and on the wrap boss that works fine. But the reason that makes this non-representative is it's using this level index to calculate the light, like so it just gets a little bit darker over time. So not 3, 2. It wouldn't be that dark. You can see the background also changed to trees because they're also keying on that. But just, yeah, it's a subtle difference. But you can see how this is why I didn't pick up on this light issue. Because I was just testing with -1 the light of the first world, which is the most light. And so here in the actual like representative layout, which has a little bit less light, you have this problem with these guys. And I think I just want to add lights probably. The two options are add lights, or like these blue guys are kind of unaffected by light, I guess. I could go that way or this way, but they should probably match regardless. I guess, is the arena not affected by light either? Let's adjust the lighting on this. Alright, let's start the arena. Tile map. Yeah, it's just sprite default. Let's make it sprite lit default and see how that looks. Sprite lit. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit darker, but you have the more sense of like the player. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move these guys to being lit rather than the other way around. So let's go to our jumping rats. I think it's just called jumping rat. Jumping rat. From sprite default to sprite lit. Okay, now they match. But let's also add in some lights. We might use more variety in the future. Maybe we'll have like some hanging plants or something. But for now, I think I just want to use the glow bush I already have easily available as a prefab. So we'll throw down a glow bush. Over here. We'll put it in like the 4 cubbies and also up here as well. So let's make a new parent just for organization. Call it lights. Put that under the arena. Put the glow bush under the lights. Oh, actually, let's first zero out its position. I don't like when parents have a position for no good reason. Throw the glow bush under the lights. Call it glow bush mid left, I guess. ML. Copy that to glow bush mid right. We can probably just get rid of the sign. Then we have a glow bush bottom right. We want to move down here, like a negative 11.75 or so. Glow bush bottom left. And then just the top as well. Negative 8.5, 14.25. Call it TL. Copy paste, RL, switch in the sign. Let's see how that looks. Is that okay? Hopefully that'll be enough. I don't know. I mean, it lights up guys as they leave, which is like the most important bit, I guess. But I think we should also maybe have one in the middle and top middle as well. And these guys should be able to make that jump. I might have to tweak that. In fact, I can tweak that right now. Oh, I remember. The problem was... Yeah. I'll put jumping. Rats don't make it across. Tweak jump force. But the problem is when they jump from above, if they jump too much, they kind of overshoot the platform and it, reduces their threat area. Anyway, let's just add 2 more glow bushes. Bottom center. Zero. Negative 14.5. 0.75. And top center as well. Alright, yeah, I think they're probably lit enough. It's not perfect. I definitely would want to improve this lighting in the future. But I think the lit path, from this small set of changes, I think the lit path it would be better, like long term, than the unlit path. It's not that dark, and I also might do a slight increase of light. Oh, don't go down there, yikes. Across the board. I should be doing time stop just to double check, make sure we're not hitting any of that bug anymore. So maybe that guy's glow is too much now. It's like very bright and flickery. I'm getting blasted. Okay, that's alright. We fixed the bug. I'm just trying to think. Okay, speed up ledge grab. That's something we can tackle pretty easily, probably. I'm pretty sure there's just a number for where there used to be an upgrade that we can change. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that is reasonable to get in a short amount of time. I guess tweaking this jump force. We might have to change their position as well. Knee can't be too high at current pass of one ways or we'll overshoot them. But yeah, maybe we can tweak the arena. Maybe we tweak the one-way positions, but we can probably get to something good there. But just for a quick change of pace, let's take a look at the ledge grab, see if we can speed that up. Let's switch over to the sandbox level, just to not be bothered by stuff and have a clean environment to test in. Ledge climb base speed. Let's just give you, well, first we need to double check our, the current value that matches, like get a good idea of it so that I can actually confirm that it increased. Ooh, yeah, so slow. Alright, but what if we give you 33% faster? Didn't really feel that much faster. Is it? What if I make it 02? 5 times faster than that. I should notice. No, it seems like it's the same speed. I think the animation needs to also change, and like an animation event is being sent that is controlling whether or not I guess I don't see a. Oh, it's ledge climb maybe? Yeah, there's the event at the end of ledge climb. Okay, yeah, so we just need to go into the player's animator and increase these values as well. It looks like maybe they should be in sync with the other one. Or maybe not, maybe they just happen to be. But yeah, let's say, oh wait. How is that slower? What? Oh, right. Speed, a lower speed means slower. So we need to go the other way. So it's 0.15, so we want 0.3. And this other one was 0.2, so we want like 0.25. What is this actually being used for? Climb speed multiplier. Oh, okay. Interesting. So nothing now. So yeah, this is meaningless. Let's just get rid of this. I don't want to leave knobs in there that aren't actually connected to anything. So that was only coming into play when you had a climb speed bonus item, bonus movement speed item, and those don't exist anymore. So it's just the animation speed. Oh, missed it there. Maybe too fast there. Maybe not. I think we can eke maybe this one down to 2.5 as well. Maybe this can go back down to 2. But yeah, that definitely feels a lot more responsive and less horrible when it happens. Yeah. Maybe 2.25 on the, like a little bit more on the grab. The climb is fast enough. This should be slip a little bit faster. Maybe the way to do it is to give some time to the grab and take it away from the climb. Yeah, definitely snappier. Cool. Call that done. Jumping rats. Okay, back to the rat level. Let's deal with that jump force thing. I think it can probably just be fixed by moving this down. Let's just start with that. In fact, we don't even need to move the top down. We can just give him some more space. And it lets me maybe decorate this with plants and stuff. Yeah, that actually reminds me. There are no plants in this level. This is rat, boss, arena, weakest, base visual, not using new tile set, and not using any foliage spawning. But let's just rearrange these vines so they still imply that they block this area. Okay, and then let's move the other side down too as well. And then let's move those two lights that we just added down. These would be the mid left. I think we just need to go down to 2, right? It should be 225. Mid left, mid right, 0.25. Okay. And then we need to go into our script. Wherever it's picking where it spawns, guys. Just look up spawn basic. Or spawn special, since they always come from the side. Spawn basic is also, wow, look at all those delayed actions. That's definitely not necessary. Alright, spawn special ads. Oops, accidentally hit debug. Close. Spawn and special ads from location. And then, okay, yeah, it's just a bunch of, like a block of values that we just want to reduce this one by 2 down to 0.75, I believe. Let's see. So, I don't think we should see any changes yet, except that they can spawn at the appropriate position. So we just want to wait for it to roll like the upper. Okay. Yeah, so they're coming out of the lower bit. They still have a lot of velocity. So maybe, I wonder if it would be reasonable to also move this up one, or if that's going to mess up the main rat's jumping patterns. I don't know, we can try. Let's move these both up to negative 7.5, only half a unit. Then let's go find our jumping rat and give him more jump force. Hopefully enough to make it across the bottom row. Because them falling in that pit looks... I don't care about the basic rats, but I liked how the jumping rats would jump across. They jump, jump. No, they're not. That time they're just not even realizing they need to jump. I wonder why that is. That might be a different bug. Jump, jump, No jump. What the heck? What is jump when gap ahead? Doing a raycast for world or world no ledge grab. Down, so it's like looking for... Okay, you know what, let's just watch one of our guys because we're debug drawing, so it'll debug draw in the scene. Then we can see if it's a tuning issue or if it looks like it should be detecting the tuning. Alright, wait. Wait, okay. You. It seems like he is not... Like, this is the line, I think. See, there's the line, 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 line. Then it's missing, but he's not jumping. Why? If not hit, you do an upper hit. And you need to not upper hit. Transform position up. I don't think that's gonna... But I guess we can debug draw that. Might as well. Wait a second. Oh wait, yeah. Up. Oh, it's so annoying. Maybe it should just... Why is this second check here? I guess before it didn't want to hit the ceiling. Is it even necessary though? What if I just get rid of this? What happens? Does it break? Okay, now I think they're on jump cooldown, probably. Let's see. Pause. Okay, so they go in. They don't jump. Why is that? That raycast turns red. What is that raycast doing? Is that raycast blocking them? Probably. Jump. Jump on movement blocked. I don't think it's that. That's what we were just looking at. Jump when gap ahead. Ah, there it has two different jump detection things that probably are not playing night. I guess I do still want them to jump when their movement is blocked. So the thing is, I want them to be able to jump over gaps and like and also little hills like corners and stuff. But I'm thinking about it. I think it's actually set up so I don't know. What if we disable this? What happens? Does it work? Because I'm thinking about how I actually set up the spawning. I think they can always go down except for this one specific level where they can their progression upwards. I want to be informed by the gap, not by... I think it's just I think it's just the cooldown is too large. That they're getting a little hop when they are falling down, which is fine. Like technically that's a false positive of the gap, where they're just falling down so they don't realize it's not a gap below them, it's just their space. But what if we just make that cooldown more flexible? I think the reason they're not jumping is because they're just on cooldown from a previous jump. But I'm fine with them jumping a lot. Aha! They didn't get the second one. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. It seems like they should go every time, but it's so inconsistent. Jump. This time none of them make it. What's going on with that? Maybe if we re-enable this and also relax the cooldown? It also could maybe be using up jump charges. What if I say it basically is allowed to have double jump? Set. Because maybe it's blocking itself that way. And it just immediately triggers itself. And it doesn't even fix the problem. Alright. Get out of here, double jump. You were a test that did not work. Just trying to see if there's anything else. That could explain what we're seeing here. I mean, I guess maybe the path is just to debug, I think. Okay. So by all means, this guy should be jumping. His movement blocked and he has the gap. And the gap, the fact that we're not seeing this line means our jump is on, this jump cooldown timer should be set. So if we grab this specific rat and we switch to debug inspector, jump when gap ahead, yeah, is still on cooldown. But why is that? Is that reasonable? Jump on movement blocked is also on cooldown. So yeah, that's what's happening. It's just, so this guy right here, right? He's saying he's still drawing the line, so his jump is off cooldown. Right, yeah. Where's gap ahead? That's one I want to watch. Okay, yeah. The cooldown is negative. It's just allowed to jump. Okay, but then it thinks it's jumped, but it did not. Right? Yeah, no change in force. So why is that? Is jump allowed might be false. So it doesn't need grounded. This should be true. Jump counter. I guess Okay. So it's either the counter here or the cooldown is blocking our jump. So the raycasts are working. It's properly detecting it should jump, but it's sending the jump to jump allowed, and it's hitting no probably from uh jump counter. Well, actually, do we need this? Hmm. If I debug, I wonder if I get lucky and it tells me the rat that is hitting this. Nah, I have to restart. Jumping rat. I think the deal here is let's reduce this multi-jump delay to be really low, because there already is a delay built into the thing calling the jumps. Except in this case. But that might be fine. And then I guess we can take a look at grounded if that doesn't work. Let's see if it's the multi-jump delay. Does not appear to be. It's possible that our boys do not think they are grounded. Let's see. We can know that by grabbing this guy in our debug inspector and looking at his jump component, and I bet it will have jump counter here somewhere. I guess not. Oh yeah, it's at 0, so it shouldn't be that. Multi-jump delay timestamp is like 16. Okay, well that time he could just jump, cause how about this next guy? Is he gonna not jump? No, he is gonna jump. Oh, but they're not doing the second jump. What's up with that? You. I have no way of knowing the timestamp is. Oh yeah, this is jump counter is 1, so he became invisible for some reason. I don't know what the deal with that is. But that was a grounded issue on the second jump there. Let's see if we can have it happen again. Yeah, stop. Okay. What does your jump say? Jump counter is 1. And it doesn't think it's grounded. and then eventually it's not going to be grounded. This is set to world, right? World and lights grab, same thing. I don't think it's a jump buffer time. I guess you can make grounded more generous, but I think there's a more foundational problem here where it's like either jumping at the exact same time it gets grounded, and so like it's not getting the land, I guess. Like if I take a look at this guy, or not you, I need another round of guys to look at. Okay. They jumped twice. I'm just getting blasted, but that's okay. You already jumped twice. Do you think you're grounded? I should minimize all these that I'm not using. There's the jump and here's the grounded. He does not think he's grounded. Why? The only thing I can think of is that maybe this delay is coming into. So fixed updates. Yeah. Possibly this grounded delay is too long. Because that would explain, see, we're not getting circles, right? See, these guys, they have circles being drawn. But for the guys who don't have circles being drawn, that means we're earlying out of the grounded check function. Yeah, where are the circles drawn? Okay, the circles are drawn at the end of this for loop, which means, yeah, it has to be, they have more than one subcircle, I believe. Oh, no, they don't. They have one. Interesting. What if we just give them two? Could it be that simple? That'll at least make it easier to debug and more forgiving. Increase sub circles to 2. Or still 1 required, but 2 subcircles. And we can reduce the delay to, it has to be less than the jump delay, or the jump gets eaten. Okay, well they're getting 3 jumps now, so only one more jump to figure out. Or that one didn't. Well, like we can debug it better now. Let's wait for another round of rats here. Okay, he's going to his death. So let's see why. His friend here. Cause that's just they're not grounded. It's the wrong position. I had a feeling the default values might be wrong. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to our other rat that does have good values for grounded, I'm pretty sure. Except maybe this. Let's decrease this. Oops, not 9809. Did it twice. Alright. Copy that. Head back over to our other rat. Copy those values. Yeah, so it's offset. It's... And the rest of this, it's slightly bigger radius. We'll see. That should fix it. Okay, first jump. Second jump. Third jump into me, that's fine. Fourth jump. Alright, they can make it. I think, yeah, we're good. Some of them aren't making that last jump. I wonder... Oh, we still want to figure that out. Getting one more jump each time, though. Alright, wait. Pause. Alright. So, step. You register yourself as grounded. Or you're about to lose grounded, but that's fine. How about your jump? Jump counter is at 1, so you didn't register your land. Come grounded. If you were grounded, grounded delay timestamp is this. On land gets invoked. So yeah, the final issue here, I believe, is that the grounded value, it's the thing I was describing before, where it's like land isn't properly being it's just happening too fast for whatever reason, so it's not being passed through to the jump. Take a look at the jump. So, is land not firing, or this other guy here does not have a jump counter? Will he jump? Yes. Okay, so let's watch this guy as he lands. His jump counter should be 1 until he lands. Yep, currently is. Lands, goes to 0. And then he can jump again. What happened to our other guys? The fact that it doesn't happen, or it happens less when I am stepping through, makes me think it's a timing issue, where they are just navigating this final little bit too fast, such that some relevant cooldown does not have enough time to tick. Just got killed. So the last question is, what timeout? Maybe, I guess it's the grounded delay. That's the only one I can think of. We kind of ironed out all the other ones. First jump. Second jump. No, still missing the third jump on some of my guys. I don't understand why it's... Oh, maybe do the rats have different, slightly different speeds? That's why it's indeterminate. What if we just let them chill out a little bit? We can spawn more of them if we want. They are going pretty fast from the very beginning. what if we just take it down like 1 unit across the board? And I think if in the crazy chaos of the end, it's fine if they're getting like stuck against the edge like that, because it's just part of the chaos thing. But in the beginning, they shouldn't. Let's see if that speed reduction is enough to make it never happen anymore. I still would have liked to had a clear understanding of like, oh, this timer is, or this travel distance is less than this timer, and that's the exact reason why this is happening. But I don't have that. But I was about to say if they're making the jump most of the time, it's good enough for me, but they aren't. Yeah, see, I think 3 out of 5. About half of them make it. I don't know why it's only half. But it's we're getting past 9, so I gotta call it there. At least I think it is a slight improvement of the behavior, but we're definitely gonna have to add a note that fiddling with grounded checks and jump delays got it to be more consistent, but still inconsistent. And then down here we can add rat boss jumping rat. Making the gaps is inconsistent. Sometimes jump properties do not allow a third jump. Delay, like min delays. Okay, that's okay. We got some bugs fixed. We got some good playtesting time in. That like the biggest problem with my feedback version up to this point was that it was under tested, I think. And we didn't get to an absolute perfect state here, but we did identify some of the biggest problems, I think. And I have a pretty good path to take for the sort of last minute fixes I want to throw in tomorrow before I then send out my first round feedback version to my friends and family. So very, very cool stuff. I've like keep saying like, oh, it's 2 or 3 weeks in the future or whatever. It's not 2 or 3 weeks in the future of a deadline I'm gonna miss. It's actually tomorrow. We are gonna package up these first 2 levels and send them to my friends and hopefully get some feedback with the goal of implementing that feedback in the next week or 2, taking advantage of this nice Memorial Day weekend to have some extra time for that, and getting a feedback version out to the general public, not the end of this week, but the end of next week, so very soon. It's not like, and I think I can say that with a fair amount of confidence. Before it's like, oh, how long is this content going to take? How long is that content going to take? No constant concerns. These first 2 levels are the content that I'm looking to ship for a demo version. So the content is there. It's just, can we sort of sand up the rough edges, polish up some stuff, and just give the random strangers who are kind enough to test out my game for me a better experience. So that's going to be it for me for tonight for this stream. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Check me out on all the social medias as Quiet Bench Zen. I'm on Twitter and YouTube as well. Itch.io. Itch.io is likely where the game is going to be released for that feedback version. So follow me on there if you want to get notified when this pops out. And yeah, I guess have a good night.